Good evening from Texas. I'm the professional amateur, and this is the NFR 2021 Round 4 recap. I'm not getting to it till this evening today. And yes, I am wearing a jacket because even though we're in Texas, it is a little chilly. Stock name of the night is a tie between Yellowstone of Frontier Rodeo and Rip of Championship Pro Rodeo. Chase Brooks goes 84.5 on Yellowstone, and Cole Rainier goes 86 on Rip. It is a tie because I don't know if they did this or not. Of course, Rip, the most loved character in the best show Yellowstone, and the show itself, Yellowstone, bam, stock name of the night. Side note of the night. The other day, I talked about best dressed being Corey Solomon and the most cowboy being Derek Begay. But I have to say this, the coolest cat at this year's NFR is for sure Orrin Larson. Check this photo out right here. He has a leather tie on, and he has a mustache that could easily be shaped into a handlebar mustache. No doubt the coolest cat this year's NFR, Orrin Larson. Time for the recap. R.C. Landingham, what a comeback story his is, and Casey Field tie at 87.5. They split the round. That is Casey Field's 25th go-round win of his career, ties the record that Bobby Moat set. And in an interview after the rodeo, he compared himself to Michael Jordan as the prime of his career, says he still has a lot of goals. So I don't see Casey Field going anywhere anytime soon. There was a four-way split for third place with 486s, and as of now, it's a battle between Jess Pope and Casey Field. And to go back to my picks, my average pick was Cole Rainier, who's 4th in the average. Tim is 7th in the average, and my want to win the world is Tilden Hooper, he was 11th in the average. Steer wrestling, Riley Duvall on his horse Dr. Pepper and Will Loomis split the round with a 3-9. Tristan Martin gets money again. He's tied with Duvall in the average. The number one steer wrestler in the world, Jacob Talley, gets a no time. That'll drop him way down. And then as far as my picks go, my average pick was Wags, who is 10th. My world pick, Jesse Brown, is 4th, and my want to win were Scott Gunther and Stockton Graves, who are 5th and 15th, respectively. Long way to go in the steer wrestling, as that is always the closest event, so we'll keep an eye on it, of course. Team roping. Caleb Driggers and Junior Nogueira go 4-1. In my opinion, Caleb is roping the best of his career, especially at the NFR. He's always been a guy that can be able to bomb it, but now he is roping extremely consistently. There's only 5 teams who have 4 steers caught, so the average is pretty close between those 5. Clay Smith and Jay Corcoran on just not beating themselves. They go 5 flat, 2nd in the average. Fan favorite team, Begay and Minder, they miss, so they're going to drop in the average as well. And then back to my picks. I had Andrew Ward and Buddy Hawkins for the average pick. They are 3rd. My world pick was Dusty Gassis and Travis Graves. They are 15th, obviously. And then my want to win, Caleb Driggers, Junior Nogueira. They were number 1 in the average. Saddle bronc riding. Wild West Wade Sundell was 0 for 3, rides his bronc and goes 89.5 and wins the round. Also, Wyatt Casper rides his bronc for 89. He breaks the ice. The number 1 bronc rider in the world, Stetson Wright, bucks off. He is having a tough NFR in both events. There's only 5 guys who have scores on 4 horses, including Brody Cress and Chase Brooks, who are both looking solid as of right now. My picks, world and average was Ryder Wright. He is 7th in the average. And then my want was Cody DeMoss, and he is 5th. Looking pretty good. Tie down roping. Shad Mayfield goes 7-6 and bobbles his tie. So imagine what he could have been without bobbling his tie. That dude might just win 2 or 3 more rounds because with his miss the other night and being out of the average, he has nothing to lose. Might as well just go make $27,000. Marty Yates still doesn't have any money won, but the dude is 6th in the average, so he's always going to be dangerous being in the average check. Caleb Schmidt and Ty Harris are having extremely strong starts to the 10 days as we near the halfway point, and Shane Hanchey gets no money again after winning that first round in this year's NFR. My picks were average. Caleb Schmidt is 1st in the average. That's right. My word was Shane Hanchey. He's still 3rd. And then my want pick was Weston Hughes, and he is 8th. Barrels. Wenda goes 13.46, and that is not only the fastest time of this NFR, that is the fastest 4th round of all time. Awesome for her. There were no barrels hit last night. That was pretty impressive. Posey Tanazi's horse change is treating her really well as she gets in the money again with a 3rd place finish. Stevie Hillman, her horse Lemon Drop. I said yesterday about Molly's horse being only 5. Her horse Lemon Drop, who has carried Steven to the number 1 spot in the average, is only 5 years old as well. Unbelievable. My picks, they all get money around 4. Amanda, who is my average pick, is 3rd in the average. Haley is my world pick, and she is 8th. And then Donna K. Rule, although she did get money last night, is 13th. On to the bulls, and there's some crazy stuff happening. 2 nights ago, there was only 4 riders to ride. Last night, there was only 2 riders to ride, and that was Dustin Bouquet and Parker Bredding. Again, they split the round with an 84.5, and Bredding's the only guy to have 4 bulls rode. JB gets launched, and so does Sage, another hard get off, and both of those buckoffs will not help with their injuries. Once again, I'm going to say it again, Stetson Wright is not having the greatest NFR. And then as far as my picks go, My average pick is Boudreaux Camel. He is second in the average. My world pick is Sage, and he is third. And my want pick was JB, and he is sixth. A little dark out here as we near round 5. Thank you for listening to my round 4 recap. I hope you all enjoy this. See you tomorrow.